students, in the subject elements of costing 1. Next we have to discuss unit 3, that is material cost accounting and control. Yes, you have already studied cost sheet. In the cost sheet, the first item of cost is raw material cost or material cost. So material cost is the major cost factor in the production of goods and services. So to minimize the cost of production, we have to control the materials properly, because the one important objective of cost accounting is minimize the cost of production. So to attain this objective, we have to exercise an efficient control over materials. So when material cost, when we have control over material cost, we can minimize the cost of production. And in the total cost of production, near about 60% of cost is related to material. So therefore it should be controlled properly. In this connection, we have to know the meaning of material control. Material control means purchasing, storing and consumption of materials in a systematic manner. So material control means purchasing, storing and consumption of materials in a systematic manner. So there are certain steps for efficient and control of materials. There are certain steps for efficient and control of proper control of materials. These are, the first one is purchasing of materials. So the best quality of materials from a suitable sources have to be purchased. So wise purchase has to be made for purchase of materials. Next, receiving and inspecting of materials. Receiving and inspecting of materials. Then third step is storing of materials. So various controlling techniques while the materials are in store, regarding maximum stock and minimum stock of materials has to be maintained in the industry. There are various material controlling techniques. So storing of materials is also is the third step. Next, issuing of materials, then accounting of materials, and finally keeping inventory records. Inventory records means the stock of materials, work in progress, finished goods, etc. So a stock book or inventory record, perpetual inventory record, that means the entries regarding issue and receiving of materials in a continuous order, that is in perpetual inventory records has to be maintained. So material control means purchasing, storing and consumption of materials in a systematic manner. So these steps have to be followed in a systematic manner. Next, we have to study about the purchase of materials. study the procedure for purchase of materials, and the procedure indicates the functions of purchase department. In big organizations, there will be a separate department for purchase of materials under the control of one responsible person who is known as purchase manager, and the management entrusted all the powers to this responsible person or to the purchase manager to buy all types of materials needed by the industry. And the purchase manager, before going to purchase the materials, first he has to study the buying problems, that is, how much materials has to be purchased, when materials has to be purchased, what type of materials are to be purchased, at what price these materials have to be purchased, etc. So, when, where, how and what materials purchased, etc. These are the problems, and purchase manager has to find the questions, find answers for all these questions. So, for purchase of materials, first the purchase manager has to receive purchase requisitions or indents. Purchase requisition. Purchase requisition is a formal request by all the departments or department heads to the purchase manager for purchase of materials. That means these are the indents by the various departments. ಅನೇಕ ವಿಭಾಗಗಳ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರು ತಮಗೆ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಚ್ಚಾ ಸರಕುಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಾಗಿವೆ ಎಂಬುದರ ವಿವರವನ್ನು ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಖರೀದಿ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಾಪಕರಿಗೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಭಾಗಗಳಿಂದ ಕಚ್ಚಾ ಸರಕುಗಳ ಬೇಡಿಕೆಯ ಬಗೆಗೆ ಅಧಿಕೃತ ಪತ್ರವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ಖರೀದಿ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಾಪಕರ ಮೊದಲನೆಯ ಕಾರ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ receiving purchase requisition is the first function of the purchase department or purchase manager. Next, determining the value of materials to be ordered. That means how much materials have to be purchased. The purchase manager has to decide next the quantity of materials to be ordered or to be purchased. For this, by applying the techniques of economic order quantity, EOQ, next you are studying, etc. The purchase manager has to decide about the quantity of materials to be purchased. And the next, third one is inviting tenders or quotations from different suppliers. Therefore, the purchase manager has to collect different quotations. For this purpose, he has to make inquiries and receive quotations, that is price list, and also the purchase manager may invite tenders for supply of materials. That means he has to find the answer from where the material has to be purchased. That means he has to select the suppliers or he has to select the source of materials. Next, placing orders, that is selecting suppliers. In the third step, after receiving various quotations, that is price list or inviting tenders, the purchase manager has to decide from whom the materials have to be purchased. That means he has to select the suppliers who have quoted the best price and best quality of materials. By considering these aspects, he has to decide the suppliers. Then receiving and inspecting of materials. After placing orders, then the materials have been received and the purchase manager has to inspect the quality, quantity, etc. of materials. And in the sixth step, checking and passing of bills for payment. When the materials are correct in all respects, then purchase manager has to pass the bill in the accounting department or cashier to pay the amount of the materials. So this is the steps in the purchase of materials. So this also indicates the functions of purchase manager or functions of purchase department. Next topic under study is ascertaining the cost of materials or purchase price of materials. The invoice received from the suppliers is the base figure for ascertaining the cost of materials or ascertaining the purchase price of materials. Invoice is a document which shows the details of particulars of goods sold to a particular person. Invoice contains the price of the different types of goods and trade discount, freight charges, or certain tax, that is GST, sale tax, GST, etc. are added. So when different types of materials are purchased and the total freight, total tax, total trade discount, etc. are entered in the invoice. So by considering all these points, we have to ascertain the real cost of materials, and for at that cost we have to make entries in the store ledger for purchase of materials or material cost, because in invoice there is invoice price, there is a price of materials, sales tax is added and freight is also added, total freight, total tax is added. And so for ascertaining the cost, we have to allocate or apportion the sale tax, freight, etc. for different materials, and also some trade discount is allowed at it going to reduce the price. And finally the containers cost of containers means packing cost. Sometimes when containers are returned, certain amount is deducted or provision is given, certain amount is reduced for payment or for purchase of materials. So by considering all these points, we have to ascertain the real cost of materials and we have to enter in the store's ledger at that price. Material ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ವಿಕ್ರಿ ಪಟ್ಟಿ, ಇನ್ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿಕ್ರಿ ಪಟ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ಸರಕುಗಳ ಕೊಂಡ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿವರಣೆ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಸರಕುಗಳ ಬೆಲೆ ಮತ್ತು ಒಟ್ಟು ಸರಕುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾರಾಟ ತೆರಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸರಕು ಸೇವಾ ತೆರಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ರೇಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ವಾಹನ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ, ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್, ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿ ಸೋಡಿ ಎಂದು ಕರೆಯುತ್ತೇವೆ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್, ಮತ್ತು ಕಂಟೈನರ್ಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಕಂಟೈನರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಡಬ್ಬಿಗಳನ್ನು ವಾಪಸ್ಸು ನೀಡಿದಾಗ ಬೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪೂರೈಕೆದಾರರು ಕೊಡುವ ಹಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಅವಕಾಶವಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕಂಟೈನರ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ವಸ್ತುಗಳ ಖರೀದಿ ಬೆಲೆ ಕಡಿಮೆಯಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಿಗಣಿಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಿವಿಧ ಸರಕುಗಳ ನಿಜವಾದ ಖರೀದಿ ಬೆಲೆಯನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದು ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಲೆಜರ್ ಪುಸ್ತಕದಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಖಲಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಕೀಪರ್ ಉತ್ಪಾದನಾ ವಿಭಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಉತ್ಪಾದನಾ ವಿಭಾಗದವರು ಬೇಡಿದ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಪೂರೈಸಿದಾಗ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಹೊಸ ಬೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಿಗಣಿಸಿ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಲಾದ ಬೆಲೆಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಲೆಜರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಖಲಿಸಿದ ಬೆಲೆಗೆ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟನ್ನು ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ವೆಚ್ಚಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಮೂದಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಕೀಪರ್ issues the materials required by the production department, and finally he has to charge the real cost of materials by considering all these elements. So the cost of the store keeper has to charge the new cost or the real cost of materials, which is ascertained by considering sales tax or GST, freight, trade discount, containers cost, etc. In next class we have to solve some problems for these